Secretary. I should call you Mr. Secretary, right? I just because of Massachusetts, your upbringing, your knowledge, in fact that we're here, I wanted to talk about Jack Teixeira. He's the young, if you don't know, he's the young Massachusetts Air National Guardsman who's accused of sharing military secrets online. So many young people make up the military, many of them with incredible computer skills. Are you confident that the Pentagon can catch up to that fact and more closely monitor sensitive information?
Well, obviously, it made news. I don't comment on active litigation, but what I will say is that the National Guard here and Gary Keefe, they've been tremendous partners. And in this role that I have as Secretary, they have been there from day one, supportive of our efforts and supporting the National Guard in the Commonwealth. And they will do the utmost of their ability to support the community, and I think they'll see it through.
And I do understand the sensitivity of the nature of it all, but for a young man to be in such a position to be able to have the information and then share it,
it's unfortunate.
It's unfortunate. All right. During the recent battle over the debt limit in Washington, funding for veterans became a point of contention. So the question for you is, does it frustrate you when politics enters into this and plays such a, this is my word, oversized role in how we care for our veterans?
Well, veterans and their issues should never be used as bargaining chips, right? These are people who've signed the line that said, I'm going to serve my country and risk my life for it. I mean, I got back from Syria where people are still fighting the war on terror. And they come back to this country looking for, a fair bargain, to get a job, to serve their communities, and to think that there are elected officials in Washington that were using this as a bargaining chip, that were thinking about perhaps taking away some health care services for veterans. It's quite concerning. I'm glad they've come to some resolution with respect to that, but I don't like it, and I think the veterans have served us honorably. We should honor them.
Through your lens, what is there a workaround? What is the solution? Because we're going to find a way to get around it.
Yeah, well, it largely would have impacted the VA, and that's a federal institution.
Right.
We're partnered with them, but we don't run or manage the veteran hospitals here in Massachusetts.
So I know. Okay, very good. So let's delve through a little lightning round. Okay, you ready?
Sure.
Looking for quick answers, but you don't have to make them quick, because if you want to play with them, let them go. First of all, you briefly ran for mayor of Boston. Is it fair to say that didn't go so well?
Well, yeah, I mean, you didn't win, obviously. But
but in the end, was it a bad thing?
No. I look at, I've really enjoyed my political career. For 4+ years, I served in the House of Representatives. I learned so much from my colleagues about the issues, about serving constituents. I learned so much from my community. And I can tell you that those lessons I take with me each and every day, and they're serving me quite well as a secretariat. And I'm thankful and grateful for what Speaker DeLeo and Speaker Ron Mariano have done. And let me just add, Speaker Mariano has put together a great leadership team with Aaron Mikowitz there as the chairman of Ways and Means, and Michael Moran as the majority leader. These folks are leading when it comes to reproductive freedoms and health freedoms across the country with its police reform, and it was just an honor to be there and serve my community.
Is there, which leads me to the next question, is there more stress in an emergency room or on Beacon Hill?
Well, there's a lot of stress, throughout, wherever I go. And I someone who tends to jump in crisis and want to address them. It's different. It's a different stress level. The emergency department is incredibly challenging today.
Right.
I would even argue it's more challenging post-COVID, believe it or not.
Seriously?
Post-COVID. People are coming back to get health care. We have a significant mental health crisis. There are ED boarding issues that need to be addressed. Right. So our healthcare system, needs some support. But I'm there as an emergency room provider to support folks, to care for folks in their most dire need, and have a good time and just try to be helpful to my patients.
Biggest surprise as a new dad so far?
Biggest surprise as a new dad is how active my kid is and how much he loves Sing and Trolls.
And Trolls.
Yeah, the movie.
Yeah.
And so I know all the songs by heart now.
Yeah.
But I'm thrilled. He's healthy. My wife's healthy. And listen, the honor to serve Governor Healy, who's doing a fantastic job, who cares passionately and empathetically about the Commonwealth, and is looking at it, how we can leave this place a whole lot better than how we found it. I'm just excited to be a part of her team.
College football songs, Eyes of Texas or Bula Bula?
Oh, Eyes of Texas.
You don't even hesitate.
Yeah, Eyes of Texas.
Well, wonderful. It's great to see you again, John.
It's great to be here. Thanks,
and congratulations in the post, and good luck. Because like you mentioned, this is a startup.
Yeah, it's a startup and it's a turnaround.
It's a startup and a turnaround.